Good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm sure if you are on the West Coast, it's only Wednesday afternoon or early evening on the West Coast. And East Coast, I'm sure it's Wednesday night. So I'm here giving you my report as far as what's been going on. So let's turn this around really quick. There I am. Oh man, if you see the progression, I'm gonna close this because the air conditioner is pretty cold from the inside. So everyone's been asking, what's the weather like? It's, oh my gosh, it's nothing but sun. Nothing but sun. And it's been gorgeous, 80 degrees. It was really humid the first couple of days, maybe because, coming from like a late winter from the West Coast, and going into the Maldives, it was really, really humid. But, we've gotten used to it. And so weather-wise, 80s, sunny. There was one time, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, I was reading a book by the pool and I started falling asleep. Right, so I was lounging by the pool, facing the ocean, and suddenly it started to drizzle, and I didn't care. I didn't even move an inch. I just stayed there, and it just kept me grounded the entire time. I mean, it was just a short passing drizzle, maybe no more than 3 to 4 minutes, and then it stopped, and it was sunny again. So. It also rained maybe one time, one night, and in the daytime it was all clear and sunny, so no issues. So yeah, that's what the weather has been. Temperature of the water, oh my gosh. If you've been to Hawaii, think of something warmer than Hawaii, and so it's so easy to jump into the water without even having to worry about is it going to be cold or anything like that. So it's been really, really beautiful, so easy to get into. And if you I think most of you know what I'm talking about. When you're just trying to swim along the surface of the water, you can really feel the warmth of that top level of the water. It's pretty warm. So that's weather-wise, that's what's going on here in the Maldives. Let's talk about Travelzoo. Many have been asking about a Travelzoo deal. I mean, I kind of rambled on and on and on and on about the Travelzoo deal, but I kind of want to focus more on Travelzoo itself. First of all, I am not a Travelzoo agent. I am not sponsored or affiliated with Travelzoo. So but just know that we've been using Travelzoo way many years ago, at least over 10, 15 years ago. I forgot when I learned about Travelzoo. I'm sure it's got to be in the late 2000s. So we've been using them for restaurant deals, for hotel deals, and obviously for this trip to the Maldives, we booked with Travelzoo. And so while I am not going to be focusing on our actual booking here today, when you're looking for something where you're going to be shelling a lot of money when it comes to accommodations with Travelzoo, my advice is for you to look for something that's fully refundable. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because especially in this day and age with everything, with the pandemic and things are so up in the air, regulation changes right now. It seems like the whole world is beginning to open up or slowly beginning to open up. But, knock on wood, things could go back to the way they were. And so, but, I'm very hopeful. But the beauty with a fully refundable deal is you can secure the deal because it's so... when you find a good deal, get it. You're going to have to pay for it, obviously. All right. And the money stays with Travelzoo. And you have to take action by working with the resort and booking the actual stay. That's the way it's going to work. And then once you agree on a date with the resort, they're going to hold it for you like a hotel booking. And then knock on wood, should anything go wrong with your travel plans, let's say you did not get that vacation time from work, or or things just didn't work out, like someone got sick, there are regulations within that voucher that will allow you to cancel or get your full refund. And so, to be perfectly honest with you, when I first got this deal that we're on right now, I actually made a mistake. I have a very long first name. I'm not just Jason Francisco, but when I bought the deal, I put Jason Francisco, but that is not my full legal name. And so, because I'm gonna go into international waters, I didn't want to have an issue with my lack of my full name. And so all I did was I went to my Travelzoo account, I went to my purchases, and click on cancel or cancel voucher. And then within a couple of days, I got my full refund. All right. I mean, others in my group, there were like over 60 of us who bought into this deal. And obviously 22 are here on the Maldives right now. There were some who couldn't make it because of scheduling conflict, some who are not going to make it because of other types of conflict. And so all they did was click on cancel deal or cancel the voucher. And as long as you played by Travelzoo's rules, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, with our deal, you can cancel up until 14 days before the travel date. So our travel date was March 19. I think that was our arrival date. And so as long as we canceled by March 4th or March 5th, whatever 14 days were from that date, we were able to cancel. And there was actually a couple from our travel group. We were supposed to be 24, but we had one couple who had some last minute issues in early March. And so they were like 2 days away from that 14 days cancellation policy or to get a full refund. And they were able to cancel with no issues. So again, I am not an agent of Travelzoo. I am not paid to promote Travelzoo, but I am just someone who is enjoying the benefits of buying this deal. And again, it's legitimate. Whatever was published on this voucher so far has been honored. All right. So I wanted to make sure I shared that with you. Yesterday, we had a very, very busy day. But before I focus on the busy day, a lot of you, especially in my group, a lot of you have been to Hawaii. And so when you think of Hawaii, whether it's Oahu or Maui or Kauai or the Big Island, when people think about Hawaii, they think about an island, right? But Hawaii, no matter which island you visit, it's still a pretty big island. Like the island of Oahu, if you really circle that island, just casually driving around, it could probably take you 3 to 4 hours to really pace yourself and circle that island. Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because when it comes to the Maldives, think of the Maldives, where the airport is, that's Male, the Male International Airport. Chances are, if you book a stay here in the Maldives, you're going to be going to another island. There are islands within the Maldives archipelago that are boat distance, meaning all you need to take is a speedboat. Like within a half hour, you'll be at the resort, and there's no need for you to fly a plane. And that's actually cheaper when it comes to transportation, because usually those boats are cheaper to book than a seaplane. Okay, but in our case, we had to fly a seaplane, and those were a little pricier, which is another $420 per person. So anyway, so once you get to the resort, and so do not expect like Hawaiian island vibe, wherein you have you're going to be circling the island in a car, or there's going to be a tour bus. Nothing like that. At least not on this island. All right. Chances are, like, if you were to visit the You and Me Maldives Cocoon Resort Island, it's just one resort. and you can actually circle the island casually within 20 to 30 minutes. Casual walk, casual stroll. You're gonna see the different villas, the pool, you know, the different sections, you know, the jetty, the front desk, you know, where the seaplanes land and where the boats pick you up, etc. And so it's really like that. So it's not like, well, let me go and you know, go to the mountains and hike, or let me go to the nearest restaurant and let me go to Denny's and you know, grab something to eat, or let me go to 7-Eleven or to the ABC store. No, guys, it's not that kind. All right, the Maldives is just basically most of the resorts are just on one island. All right, and it's really just the villas, the staff, and maybe the 2 or 3 restaurants in there, and that's really it. And so with this particular resort, you can do nothing or you can do a lot of things. And so the other day, I was just too tired. I did not read. All I did was I ate breakfast, I slept, I relaxed, I did not read. Yesterday, it was really, really busy. You know, we had breakfast and then we went on an island excursion. There was dolphin cruise. We also saw manta rays. We visited a deserted island, which was affected by a tsunami a few years ago and back in 2004. And then we also went snorkeling. And so that was about a 4-hour trip. There was sandwiches included and fruits and drinks. And so that's what we did. And to those who are inquiring, the cost for that is $110 per person. And it was, there were 10 of us and it was 10 members of our travel group. So it felt like a private cruise or excursion because there was nobody else outside of our group who was a part of that excursion. So again, you know, I want to make sure that you set your expectation because to those of you who are active, who like to go hiking, you know, this resort is really not that kind. Many of the resorts is just a flat island. Okay, there's scuba diving. You can learn to scuba dive for free. You know, there's free snorkeling gear or equipment, free kayaking. What else? Free stand-up paddleboard. There's also options for you to go jet skiing. And so there's also an underwater restaurant. We're going to be going there later on today. And so there's lots of options, or you can really just keep it low key. You know, I have my book. You know, there are people bringing their Kindle or laptop, or you don't even have to do anything. You know, there's Netflix in the room. And so if that is not what you have in mind for a vacation, then that's why I'm letting you know now what the Maldives so far has been to us. And frankly, it's really the kind of vibe and vacation that I'm looking for because while we did that excursion where we hop on like a couple of different islands, it's really not the kind of vacation where you just have to keep hopping and visiting other islands because chances are you're going to be experiencing this pretty much a similar experience when you visit another resort. All right, there are no big buildings, there are no no skyscrapers, there are no malls to visit. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys understand that. All right. Other than that, I mean, for today, I mean, we're going to be having breakfast soon. You guys just watch the sunrise right before your very eyes. We're going to be having breakfast soon. And around 12:30, we're going to be going into our underwater lunch. Again, that is part of our Travelzoo package. Not all Maldivian resorts have access to an underwater restaurant, but the Travelzoo package that we got includes an underwater restaurant and I believe, and you know, I'm looking at the exact dollar amount. If you were to buy that separately, I think it's $180 per person. Okay, so just think of you being in this aquarium. I mean, that's the way I'm going to see it, with us dining underwater and with fish and sharks and manta rays or whatever sea creatures, mermaids maybe. Ursula or Ariel will be there. So yeah, but it's going to be an underwater adventure, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then maybe later on, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything. I mean, in fact, I'm going to shut up now, okay? Because there's something else we're looking forward to this afternoon. All right. So let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. And I'm really glad that I'm giving you guys these morning reports because I have not been blogging. I've been writing these little summaries, little posts, and so hopefully one day I will just watch these different videos that I'm putting together, and then I'm gonna be blogging about it one day for everybody. All right, so before I sign off, I'm gonna show you the underwater villa. I mean overwater, not underwater villa. It's around 7 a.m. here in the Maldives. It's so calm and peaceful. It's so clear. And let me just show you guys this one more time. I hope I don't lose you. But that's the steps going to the water. Yes, this was through Travelzoo. So this was through Travelzoo, and there are lots of posts. So just check out the posts. Again, I am a believer and a happy customer of Travelzoo. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. You all have a great Wednesday night or wherever you are, and more later. Okay? Take care, guys.